Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Better Than Yesterday podcast. Spring is here, and that means one thing. It's time for a reset. We're doing a full refresh of our mind, space, routines, and relationships. This episode came at the perfect time because Sunday is daylight savings time, which obviously everybody knows. It's when we set the clocks. Is it set back or forward? I know we lose some sleep, but that's okay because it's going to be brighter out in the mornings and it's going to stay lighter out in the evenings, which I know that's the sucky thing about winter is like you come home from work and it's pitch black out. You come home from work and it's literally 6 o'clock and it's pitch black, dark. You don't want to do anything. And you lose a lot of motivation. When we talked about the winter uglies in a few episodes ago, that's why. It's because we're not getting the vitamin D on our face. We feel like we're in a dungeon all the time because it's so dark out. But come Sunday, that's not happening anymore. I love any reason to do a little reset of my life, to clean more than I usually clean, to clean shit out, and just feel good. Bring some more light to my space and get rid of the staleness of the area. For somebody who is a creative like I am, I work in a creative field and my side businesses are also in the creative industry realm. So my space is one of the most important things in my life because I need to feel inspired when I come home. I need to feel like zen. I need to feel light, and I need my space to reflect my creativity and allow for my creative brain to work. I can't work in clutter. That's one thing. Like if I'm working from home, I need to make sure my space is clean before I start working because that's literally all I can think about. I think I must have OCD or whatever the heck that's called because yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing in my head, my brain. It can't function without a clean space. There's a lot that goes into like a spring cleaning, not just in your physical space, but in your mind, mentally, emotionally, the people in your life. All of those things kind of fall under the bucket of this spring reset. It's not just for cleaning out closets, it's for your whole life. Hence the title. So, first thing, we're going to dive into the first little segment, as we'll call it, and that is deep cleaning your space. Shocker, who could have saw that coming? Like I said, your environment affects your energy. So starting with a fresh space is really going to do wonders for your mental, emotional state. It's going to help with everything. So first things first, closet clean out. We all have those closets in our house that just collect shit. I know my closet, it's like my coat closet / animal supply closet / toolkit closet. And there is no rhyme or reason to that thing. And it is just a hot mess. And I know we all have an area in our house that's like that. So, of course, that is number one on my list, is to clean out that freaking closet. And then your clothes. I am a hoarder when it comes to clothes. I love shopping. I love clothes. I love accessories. And if you go into my closet right now, I have 2 giant bags of clothes that I'm getting rid of. But if you ask me, or if you watch me probably for 2 weeks, the clothes that I wear, it's probably the same 4 outfits on rotation. And I literally do not touch anything else in my closet. And I know there's people out there like me. So there's like a 2-second rule that you can do. So you take everything out of your closet and you take everything out of your closet, and if you don't immediately love it or wear it often, you got to donate it. You got to sell it. I've also seen where you flip the hangers opposite ways. So you start one way, and then when you wear it, obviously you turn it the other way. And then like at the end of the season, if you got hangers that are still the first way that you turned it, get rid of the damn thing. Keep only what fits you, flatters you, and makes you feel good. I know we all have those jeans in our closet that, oh, I'll lose 5 pounds and I'll fit into those. Just get rid of them. I don't care. Like, they're probably going to go out of style, or I know you're going to lose weight and you're going to want to treat yourself and go buy a new pair of jeans. Like, just get rid of it. We're no longer keeping stuff in our closet that does not fit us, whether it's too big or too small. Just get rid of it. It's just keeping up space. One thing I do is I keep a seasonal wardrobe rotation. So right now, my summer clothes are in my other closet in some bins. And right now I got all my winter clothes hanging up, and it's about that time to switch all of that out because it's getting nice here in North Carolina and I no longer need to wear ginormous sweaters. But I do recommend when you start doing that wardrobe switch, clean out your winter clothes that you didn't wear all season, or if they're like trendy pieces, if they have holes in them, whatever. Try and get rid of as much as you can that does not serve you joy anymore. That way it'll be easier come next winter, fall. You'll kind of be starting with a fresh palette and not have to dig through a bunch of old clothes that you hate. Next, going along with the deep clean of your space, this is one thing that I love to freaking do is rearrange and refresh your rooms, your furniture, decorations. I like growing up, every like 2 months, I would rearrange my room at like 2 in the morning when everyone's passed out. I'd be in my room blaring the music, just switching up the feng shui of my bedroom. And I feel like I want to do that this weekend in my bedroom here, obviously. There's just something about switching your bed around. I don't know, but there's just something about it that just brings a fresh space, a fresh perspective. Although, crap, I have pictures hanging above my bed. Dang it. I guess I could still do it. We might have to table that idea. But yeah, switch up the feng shui, switch up your living room if you can with your furniture in there. Can you move your couch to a different wall? Can you get a new plant for the corner? Just do something to kind of switch up the feng shui and add a little bit of spice, a little bit of freshness to the area. Get some new throw pillows. Hang some fun art on the wall, something bright, something light and airy. Take down your curtains, wash your curtains. I know they're collecting dust up there. Just do some things that refresh the space. Go buy some new candles, some spring smelling plugins, something that is just gonna give you like a breath of fresh air when you walk into a room. My favorite thing to do is like go to Home Goods, and the best time to go to Home Goods is when you aren't looking for anything specific and just let the things in the store just speak to you. Those are the best. Those are when you find like the best kind of stuff. Going along with closet clean out, that is declutter your space. I know we talked about the annoying closet in your house that collects junk. You're going to clean that out. You're going to clean out drawers in your office, drawers in your dresser. You're going to clean out under the sink in the kitchen, under the sink in the bathroom, your kitchen pantry, your fridge, your cabinets, all the areas that collect stuff. You're going to clean it out. You're going to clean it out, get rid of things, check expiration dates, like just get rid of stuff that has just been hanging on by a thread that you don't use, you don't like, you don't want. Get rid of it. This all may sound very overwhelming, but you don't need to do this all in one day. Take one day at a time, take one room at a time. Maybe you set up the month of March for one day on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, that you tackle one area in your house to refresh, declutter, all the things. That way you're not going to get overwhelmed and you're slowly going to start bringing some fresh air, fresh light to your space throughout the month. So when April comes, you're going to be hitting the ground running when it's beautiful outside. You're not going to be bogged down by all this stress of all the crazy areas in your house when the weather gets warmer. You'll be able to get outside and enjoy that. Next, segment 2 is the spring refresh. This is going to be all the things that you've been avoiding. I know you all have a giant to-do list, task list of things that you need to do in your personal life, that you need to do in your house. You need to hang that one picture on the wall. You need to drop the Amazon returns off. You need to take your dog to the vet. Yada, yada, yada. It's time to get the shit done. So what you're going to do is you're going to write down on a sheet of paper, a sticky note, everything you've been procrastinating on. This can be big or this can be small. And you're going to hang that on your fridge. You're going to hang it next to the calendar on your wall. You're going to hang it somewhere visible where you see it every single day. You can do a few different copies, so put one in your planner, write one on your phone. That way, you can start looking at that list and crossing the shit off that you need to get done that has just been bogging your mind down for months. We're not bringing all these lingering tasks into the spring. We're not doing it. Get it done. Get it off your list, because if you don't, that list is just going to keep getting longer, and longer. You can also break it into quick wins, things that take like less than 10 minutes versus longer tasks. So if you have time one night after work that you can quickly get done one or two things on that list, do it. But if you need to save a Saturday afternoon for a bigger task, then you can kind of plan that out and plan what your weekend looks like. And we're all about rewarding ourselves. Hey, we love to shop. We love to shop for ourselves. So maybe set up a little reward system where after you cross off 2 to 3 tasks, like you can go buy yourself a donut, go buy yourself a new pair of shoes, or go to Home Goods to buy a new piece of decor for your house. Something that is going to motivate you to get the shit done, and then something that brings you joy, and that something that you've been wanting, anything that's going to motivate you to get your task list done. All right. Segment 3, we're going to be decluttering our mind, reevaluating our goals. Spring is the perfect time to kind of check in with yourself, reflect back on the goals that you've set out at the beginning of the year, and reevaluate, check in. Like I said, check in with yourself, see where you're at, where do we need to pivot, yada, yada, yada. Something that I've been really focusing on this year, and it's been one of my goals, is to start my morning with my journaling, my morning pages. And it resets my mind and gets me ready for the day. It lets me write down and empty my brain of all the things that are stressing me out, that are lingering in my head, random thoughts that I have. Getting that out of your head really clears you and sets you up for the day. So you can write about what's been taking up too much mental space. You can make a goal list and figure out what you want to focus on for the next 3 months. And then we know and some habits. What's one habit that no longer serves you? And then what's one new habit that you can incorporate into your life, into your routine? Habits come and go, and they change with us. So it's okay to reevaluate and figure out what no longer serves you, what doesn't fit into your routine anymore, and kind of pivot. Next is phone detox. And I actually just did this like last week. I went in, unfollowed all the accounts that don't inspire me, that don't uplift me, people that I really, frankly, don't care to see what they're posting, anything like that. You don't need to give a reason why you unfollow somebody. If they don't bring you joy, if they make you feel horrible about yourself, get them out of your life. And this is one thing that like I really need to go through and do on like Facebook, because I have people from like that I went to high school with, or I grew up in my town, and they just post the most, no offense, but the most bullshitty stuff on Facebook. I don't care to see it. It really irritates me when I open up my app and I see the shit that they're posting. I don't talk to these people. I haven't talked to these people in 10 years. Like, I need to get them out of my space. They can no longer take up space in my brain, in my life. So I suggest you guys do that too. Another thing, if you're a very organizational OCD person like I am, my apps on my phone are all organized. So go through, organize your apps, put them in folders, delete the apps you don't use. Nothing stresses me out more. Like, Mom, I love ya. I love ya. I do. But when I go on her phone, it stresses me out because her apps are just all over the place. And you got to give a little rhyme or reason to them. And I don't love a cluttered phone. Put them in a folder, get them out of the home screen, like move them to a new page. Next, like I said, spring is a great time to check in with yourself. So this last bullet in this section is refresh your goals. Look at the goals that you set out at the start of the new year and evaluate if they still align with what you want. They still align with the trajectory. I can't even say that, of the path you're going on. And it's okay to pivot. If they don't serve you anymore, they don't bring you joy, they're not the area you want to focus on, it's okay to pivot and kind of redo your goals. I think that's one thing that people are afraid to do, and one thing that gets overlooked when you set out goals for the new year, or you set out goals for the month, that you already wrote the goals down, you already had those goals in your mind, you can't change them. And that's not the case. If they don't serve you anymore, your goals change. Maybe you've already accomplished some and you need to go to the next level, or maybe you thought you wanted to do this, but you don't anymore. And it's okay to change that and get it out of there if you don't want to do it anymore, because it's just going to hold over your head that, well, shit, I gave up. I never did this. I never accomplished this. We don't want that. Get it off your list. If you don't want it anymore, it's okay. It is okay. Next is something fun. Create a spring vision board. You can do that on Pinterest. You can print pictures out and put them on a poster board. Something that it can be different than like the vision board that you created in the beginning of the year, but do like some fun beach pictures. Like, what do you want to do in the spring and the summer? How do you want your life to look? How do you want to dress? I imagine like putting pictures of the beach, laying on the beach, some fun dresses, a nice cold brew, walking outside. Not a cold brew walking outside, walking with a cold brew. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but just some like fun stuff. Maybe you want to go on some trips in the summer, like put something like that on your vision board. Just do something fun, airy, that's going to bring you joy, that's going to get you excited. Maybe you're working out and trying to get bikini bathing suit ready. Put a picture of someone with the bikini on there, or something like that. Something that's going to inspire you to keep moving and keep moving forward and help you tackle your next set of goals. Next is one thing that I recently just really, really, really started to focus on, and that is cutting out toxic energy, cutting out people in your life that no longer serve you. Not everyone deserves access to you. That includes relationships, that includes friendships. Like, If you want people in your life that are going to cheer you on, they're going to support you with all the ventures that you do. They're going to tell you you're doing a good job. They're going to want to hang out with you. They're really just not going to bring you down. I've had a situation where recently I don't even consider her a friend really anymore, but really, really, really hurt my feelings and said a comment to me, and I'd like to say that I'm over it. But that's what kind of started my reflection on my relationships, because it made me feel really bad about myself, and it kind of like put things in perspective, and it's a hard pill to swallow, and it's okay. It's okay to grow out of friendships, grow out of relationships, and no hard feelings with anybody. Just, you don't have to have a reason. You could just grow apart, and that's okay. But we're no longer going to be serving the people that don't serve us, that don't bring us joy, that make us feel bad about ourselves. Cut that shit out. Really look at your friend group, look at your relationships, and who in your life lifts you up and who in your life drains your energy. And focus on hanging out with the people that lift you up versus the people that drain your energy. You can distance yourself from those people, and you don't have to make a big announcement about it. Just slowly pull yourself away. You don't have to give an explanation or anything like that. You really just want to fill your circle with people who bring out the best in you. Join a community, join a new workout class, reach out to old friends that you miss. Or I know there's like in Raleigh, there's a few different groups of people trying to make friends. Like, put yourself out there and try and make new friends if that's one thing that you want to work on. If that's one thing that you're really missing, is a good group of girlfriends. Put yourself out there, and really focus on that. And I promise it'll work out in the long run. It'll make you feel better, being around people who support you and cheer you on. And segment 5 is build new routines for the season. We all know I love my routines. We have longer days, warmer weather. It's the perfect time to refresh those habits, routines, all the things. Now that, like I said, it's getting warmer outside, it's staying light out longer, we're going to start incorporating more movement outdoors. Some days recently, sometimes I just really want to have a slow morning before I go to work and not rush out to my workout class. So I've been just going for my hot girl walk in the morning, and it's literally so peaceful. Sometimes I bring my cup of coffee and I listen to my activations, and they really set me up for success. If you are like an afternoon workout person, getting up in the morning and just getting some movement in is literally a game changer. For that reason, I wish I could work out after work, like with my workout class, just so I could get out in the morning and do my walk like that every day, because I think that would really just be an added tool to set me up for success for the day, because I've really seen some noticeable changes when I've been doing that. But I love my morning burn boot camps where I did 5 million burpees for 45 minutes. And yes, that was today's class. It was athletic conditioning, and we had 7 stations, and each station, it was like, I don't know if we worked out for 40 seconds and then we had a 30-second break. So we did that twice. And then the next round, it was like 40 seconds of burpees and then 2 more rounds of whatever exercise that was in the station. I probably did 5 million burpees this morning. My burpees are getting better, so they're not as horrible, but they still do suck. So yeah, like I was saying, get out in the morning if you can. watch the sunrise. It doesn't need to be 45 minutes. It can be 10 minutes, but it really just does something. Try more outdoor workouts, a hot girl walk. I know in Raleigh, they start doing yoga in one of the parks after work. You can go on a run, you can go biking, you can go for a hike. Just get yourself outside. Another thing that I really like to do is on my lunch break, because it's just been so nice. It's been like 60, almost 70 degrees, like peak afternoon time. And I usually bring a change of clothes, and like on my lunch break, I'll go out and I'll walk for 45 minutes so I can knock out one of my workouts. And it breaks up the day. It adds a little something to the day. It gets you outside in the warm weather, and it just feels so good. And it's like, it's not too hot yet where you get all sweaty and you feel gross after. It's the perfect time. You could walk and get a cup of coffee. You could do whatever on your lunch, but get out, walk around the block or something. It helps kind of break up the day and get you away from the screen a little bit. And next thing, you can adjust your morning and your night routines. Like I said, you can wake up earlier, get outside, watch the sunrise. You can add in a walk after you get home from work. I know I've mentioned a walk probably 50 times in this episode. They really like going for a walk is literally such a game changer for your mental health, your mental state. One, I would say it's a better workout. See good, amazing results when you go for a walk versus like when you're running. There's just so many freaking benefits for it, and I never really understood it until I started to do it, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, another thing you can do at night is stop scrolling on your phone. One thing I've tried to implement is as soon as I get into my bed, I am no longer on my phone. I read my book, and I make sure when I'm done reading and I shut my lights off, I'm not getting back on my phone and I'm just kind of going to bed. Usually I'm half asleep when I'm reading anyways, because it really just puts me in a zen and makes me fall asleep so fast. But it helps, one, fall asleep faster and stay asleep, and not because you're not looking at a screen up until you go to bed, if that makes sense. And then for your morning routine, you can add something new that excites you. Switch up your morning playlist, add some journaling, some affirmations in the morning. You could go and start a new workout class. Ice rolling in the morning is so nice. It's so refreshing. Some little eye gel patches that go under your eyes. I like to do that while my coffee's brewing. I put my little eye gels on, and then I go and sit in my comfy chair and I do my journaling. It's this whole thing, and it's amazing, and I highly recommend it. Or try a new coffee recipe. Get a new coffee creamer. Add a little bit of spice to your morning cup of coffee. That coffee, to me, brings me so much joy in the morning, and it may not be for everybody, but I just love it. It's a staple. I frankly don't think it affects the caffeine. I don't really think it does anything for me anymore. Espresso, on the other hand, holy moly, I will be bouncing off the walls if I have an espresso at 4 a.m. We can't do that. But it just brings me just a bunch of joy. And that first sip of coffee, it's like wrapping me in a ginormous bear hug blanket of just comfort and joy and happiness. And I just love it. And I can't wait for it to get warmer out and for me to get porch furniture so I can go outside, sit on my porch furniture with my cup of coffee and breathe in that fresh air. There's nothing that beats it. There's nothing that beats it. And if you want to get a little crazy, you can do a little spring challenge. Pick a habit you want to focus on for the next 30 days. Pick a goal you want to focus on for the next 30 days. Do it with a friend. Get a fun little group of friends to do it. And just have a little fun with it. I mean, it's not a requirement for this refresh, but it could just be a little something fun to add more excitement into your spring cleaning, your spring reset, all the things. So yeah, that's all that I can blab about today. It's time to reset, refresh, and step into spring as the best version of yourself. Let me know one thing that you're decluttering or changing this season. I want to know your ideas, and maybe it will inspire me to clean a space like that in my house. And I can let you guys know what I clean out if that would inspire you as well. If you love the episode, don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Better Than Yesterday with JC. Follow my personal Instagram. I've been doing a lot of TikToking and doing a lot of different content that I wouldn't normally do on my Instagram. Jenna r.cosentino, and that's for Instagram and TikTok. And leave a review and let me know if you have any podcast episode ideas or things that you want to hear, advice, anything. Shoot me a DM, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.